The following is a paid advertisement from Vince McMahon.
This smell what The Rock is cooking.
1, 2, 3.
All right, time for lunch. I'm going to cook a simple Chinese stir fry with ingredients that I've got in my fridge. They're completely random, there's no recipe. I'm just going to teach you the exact basics. I'm channeling my inner spirit animal, Jamie Oliver, today. I've got the checkered shirt on, and that's what's most important in it. Let's go. Wok, you're going to need one. To cook a good stir fry, it's most important to make sure you have the right equipment, okay? You've got to be dressed like you know how to cook. Today I've dressed like Jamie, and that's a bit of a truth in it. You've got to have a wok. If you don't have a wok, what you're doing is just boiling your vegetables in a pan. Standard Aussie procedure. Go and buy yourself a wok from the Chinese store. They're like 15 bucks. Check it out. Amazing. Next, you're gonna need heat. That's a little bit, that's a lot. Crank it up. What you're gonna wanna look for is the point just below where the house is about to burn down. It'll start smoking, and that's when you know you're ready to go. Get your chopping board set up. Make sure you've got a tea towel, a little bit damp, underneath your chopping board. It's going to stop it. Right, once you've got all your veggies out, ready to go, come back to your wok and have a look at it, okay? Just put your hand near it. You should be able to feel the heat just coming off. It's just about to smoke, all right? Now turn it down to low heat, all right, so that you don't burn your house down. That's a key ingredient, is not to burn the house down when you're cooking. And come and prepare your veggies. The biggest mistake that people make when they're cooking stir fry is that the heat's not high enough. The idea of a stir fry is you want to cook all your veggies so that they're a little bit, brown on the outside, but still nice and crunchy, okay? You don't want to steam them, you don't want to boil them, you don't want to chuck them all in at the same time. You want to make sure that your wok's nice and hot and that you're getting that good char, that good flavor on them, okay? Now veggies. Red capsicum. Garlic. Look at this monster garlic, organic garlic, so much flavour. Beautiful stuff. I'm gonna load it up. I love garlic. Same thing with the ginger. I usually just cook the ginger and the garlic at the same time, and on like a medium-low heat, and that just ensures that all the bitterness comes out of it. It's not tangy, it's not overpowerful. You don't feel like you're trying to slay vampires, you know what I mean? You can go kiss your missus afterwards, no problem. Just roughly chop all that. Right. Look, ginger's one of those things that generally people don't like it that much because I feel like they don't know how to cook it properly, or they go out somewhere and it's cooked shit. I find to get the best flavour from ginger is to cut it really thinly into strips and then cook it, in medium-low heat oil until you extract a bit of the bitterness and the tang out of it. That way it's a bit sweeter, it's a bit easier on the palate, and you're going to enjoy your meal a lot more. Broccoli.
One, two, three.
Carrots. Okay, what you want to do is cut your carrots into batons. Nice and thin, easy to cook, yeah? Similar to this. Perfect for a stir fry. Sweet potato. Okay, people are going to ask me, can you eat sweet potato raw? The answer is yes, okay? Vegans eat it raw all the time. I've eaten it raw before. It tastes really sweet. It's delicious. We're not going to cook the shit out of it because that's what makes it bad and unhappy. We're just going to cook it with the hard ingredients. That's the carrots and sweet potato same time, and maybe the broccoli stalk to get some use out of it so we're not throwing anything away. The key is to cut it thin, okay? Matchsticks, just like these bad boys. Cut all the ingredients so that they're roughly the same size and shape. That's what's really going to make a good stir fry. Zucchini, eggplant. Alright, now at this point in time, boil the jug. And what we're going to do with this water is we're going to get some rice noodles, and just once the jug's boiled, we're going to put the rice noodles in one of these bowls and just let them soak it up a bit, get a bit moist before we fry them. Alright, back to the wok. Heat cranked. Flat chat. Right, come here, peanut oil. Beautiful. This bad boy as well. Look, sesame oil. These are the two best oils for cooking a delicious stir fry, okay? You don't want to use olive oil. Asians don't cook with olive oil. They cook with these seed oils, yeah? They've got really good flavour. They're gonna change your dish, okay? They're gonna inspire you to cook. You'll turn Japanese afterwards, even though this is Chinese. Here we go. So get a bit of heat going. Oil in the pan. See how it's smoking? I don't know if you can see that on the camera. See how, oh yeah, see how it's smoking? This is when you want to put your garlic in, yeah? Garlic, ginger, straight in the pan. Wooden spoon. And just stir it around in the oil, okay? And now that it's hot, I'm gonna just turn it down a bit, low heat, because the pan's already hot. And we just want to brown the garlic and the ginger, just to get some of that bitterness out of there. This is the secret, okay? This is the secret to a good stir fry. Once the garlic and everything's brown, what I like to do is take it out and put it in a bowl. I'm gonna cook all the ingredients separately and make sure they're all crisp, cooked to perfection, and then I'm gonna toss them through the sauce, yeah? It's different when you're in a restaurant and you've got a wok stove, a wok burner that's going to cook at like 2000 degrees, but when you're at home you've got to improvise and do the best you can. So I'm going to take all of that beautiful crispy garlic and ginger out of there. Okay, look at that, beautiful. I'm going to crank the heat back up to over 9000 again. Alright, beautiful. I'm going to wait for that to start smoking again, and then I'm going to add all the hard ingredients. We're going to get the carrot and the sweet potato. We're going to chuck that in. Once the carrot and sweet potato is cooked, really quickly, straight in there to rest. Then I'm going to cook all the soft vegetables. Cook, boom, straight in there to rest. Then I'm going to soak my noodles. Boom, just toss it through, add the sauce, add the vegetables back to the pan, and away we go. Ready? Just make sure we got plenty of oil so that we get some good colour on those veggies. Here we go. Boom. Okay, if it doesn't sizzle, not hot enough. What I like to do is just spread all the vegetables out flat across the surface of the pan so that it's got plenty of room for the liquid in the vegetables to pull, catch the oil and evaporate, yeah? Because it's about making a dry dish. We're not trying to steam the veggies, we're just trying to get some good colour on them so that it tastes like a stir fry as if it was from a restaurant.
1, 2, 3.
Once your pan's empty, crank the heat back up. Wait till it starts smoking and then chuck your next veggies in there. Look at that, beauty. Veggies. Sizzle, sizzle. Stir it out, same thing. Just make sure it's all nice and flat. Good contact with the pan. Cook that till they're brown. Add it to here. And then we're going to make the sauce. Add the sauce to the pan. Once the sauce is hot, we're going to add the veggies back in with the noodles. And that's it, done. Okay, got my YY noodles, authentic rice noodles, in a bowl. Watch this. Just pour the boiling water straight over those. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Let them soak up. They'll be ready to go. Once you strain them, straight into the stir fry. Once these noodles are ready, beautiful, we're going to strain them off. Make them as dry as possible, because if they come into contact with the oil and they're too wet, you're going to have a house fire. No oil for this. I'm just going to get the pan smoking. Add the noodles. See that? Boom. Delicious. Okay, once it's soaked up a bit of the oil in the pan, I just put a tiny little bit more just to get it going. Now I'm going to add the sauce. Oyster, soy, honey, whatever you want to put in, right? This is how we're going to do it. Ready? Oyster sauce. Not even measuring, what? Just a little, like that. Soy sauce for seasoning, little splash. sweet soy in the pan. This sweet soy is really strong. Make sure you taste it first. If you don't like the flavour, don't put it in. You know what I mean? If you like it a bit more salty, just use normal soy. As you can see here, the sauce is starting to bubble. I'm just going to give it a little stir around. Add my veggies back in. Going to give it a stir. Tiny little bit more sauce, a little bit of water. A bit more soy sauce. And look, that's what we've got. Delicious little stir fry. Grab some tongs. And look at this. Simple, easy stir fry, minimal ingredients, just what I had laying around the house, and look at that. Delicious. Delicious, non-traditional stir fry, done in under 15 minutes, and I've even managed to film a video in that time. Check it out, look at it. Oh, glorious, innit? Done. Alright, simple Asian stir fry. Most important thing, shit. Alright. Simple Chinese stir fry. We're going to cook one with what I've got in the fridge. Alright.